Okay, can you hear me now?
seductive that way. You're like, oh, it's so great, and I can do it right now. I'll only take $5.
It doesn't.
No.
It worked for a second and then it went out again.
Is there anything you want to do today?
Side bodies.
Side body? Shoulders?
Cool, thanks. I did it. I just rebooted.
Thank you. All right, let's think. So side bodies I talk about a lot. I always say like from hips to armpit, right? You don't want to think from your hip to your shoulder because you'll use your upper traps to hike that up, right? You want to think more like underneath here, right? And get all this to lift up. We're usually like kind of crunched here at the hip bone, so we got to like lift and get that to kind of clear a little bit. I talk about that a lot when we do like triangle, right? Until you go up, or even Parsva, right? There's nowhere to go this way, right? You can go somewhere, but it'll look like this, right? With this like side crescent instead of like this side bend, right? And there's like a difference keeping that one side body open, most likely by engaging the other one, right? Bringing a little engagement to the top so the bottom can open. But try to work on that today. Yeah, let's play with it. Let's see where it goes. Taking a seat, close the eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Take a couple breaths. We always talk about we're going to turn inward. Right? We're going to set our intention, prepare ourselves for our practice. Take those few moments to come right to this time, to this breath right now. Leave whatever has to be done, whatever was happening before, whatever has to be done after, leave that. And just come right here to this breath, right here on your mat. Sit up a little taller and feel the length in those side bodies. Feel how the shoulders want to do one of two things. Either they want to collapse because they don't want to hold themselves up, or they want to hike up too high. So breathe underneath, like on the sides of your ribs, underneath your armpit, and feel the expansion happen. And as it expands front to back and side to side, you're going to get the top and bottom. You're going to feel that there's a lift of the shoulder girdle. Same thing in our shoulders. When the frame isn't in its ideal position, the arm's not going to move properly in the socket. And as the shoulders round forward, right, and the head falls, now the shoulder has to move in an uncomfortable way. And because it has such a large range of motion, it'll do that. And that's how we get ourselves into tough situations, where we have injuries and discomforts and things like that. So we want everything to set itself up as neutral as possible. So feel how the belly wants to crunch and the chest wants to cave in. And you're going to do the exact opposite. You're going to sit up tall and you're going to let those muscles in your back start to work. You're going to feel your belly starts to go straight here. And the chest is going to be convex instead of concave. So we're going to feel now as we start to open up. And as the hands and the arms lift, let the fingertips and the knuckle pads come together. And as the breath goes to that space between our palms, it's from listening to ourselves breathe, to slowing down the beginning of the inhale and pushing more on the end of the exhale, to counting out the breath and bringing them in balance, to finding Ujjayi, where the air rebounds off the back of the throat. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together, the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Om. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's go child's pose. Get into those side bodies. So we're going to bring our toes to touch, like our big toes, and we're going to take our knees wide, and then arms are going to go up overhead. And here, right away, you feel those side bodies starting to lengthen. Good space here from hips to armpit. Now make this a little more of an active child's pose. So lift the arms. Sometimes it's this, right, where we collapse into the mat. Well, here we want to lift the forearms and the inner biceps up. We want to slide our forehead off the mat. And what you're going to feel there is there's a little more work happening in your upper back. There's a little more work happening in your neck. We want that. Good spaces that we want to engage and connect to here. And then as we soften the chest down towards the mat a little bit, we feel a nice peel coming up the chest and the arms. We feel even more engagement happening in the upper back. And then when you're ready, as you look forward, walk your hands towards that right side. And there's that left side body. Keep that left sit bone rooted to the heel on the left side. And then that's going to be below the waist. Then start to breathe above the waist. I've been showing y'all if you kind of TP your fingers here like this on your left hand, you'll get into this lat a little bit more, into these serratus a little more here to feel like it opens up this area. And then inhale, come back to center, soften down the middle. And when you're ready, look forward, walk your hands towards the left side. Keep breathing on the right side of those ribs to expand and open them up. And then keep walking the hands to the left to peel. Getting in those intercostal muscles or the muscles between your ribs, so you're feeling those start to open up. And then next inhale, come back to center. Soften down the middle. Next inhale, come up, all fours, hands and knees. Low mountain. So in low mountain, hands are an inch or two in front of the shoulders, knees are an inch or two behind the hips. Pointer fingers are straight forward or turned out a little bit. Fingers are spread evenly. Curl the toes. Keep the heels from falling in. So if they want to do this, we're going to sweep those inner heels out to keep them pointing straight up to the sky. Slide the throat back. Bring the chin to the chest just a little bit so that your gaze is right across your fingertips. Belly's the spine and the shutters are closed. And as the heels sweep out, hug the shins in. Pull the heels to your butt. You're just pulling all the energy up. You're feeling that you can hold it. So now we have an isometric engagement, right? An engagement without movement. Keep holding that space. Keep breathing. Feel those side bodies starting to expand a little more. Feel the heads of the arm bones rooting nice and deep into the shoulder socket. So we got good integration in the shoulder. And then from here, work your cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, lift the sit bones, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the back, look to your belly, lengthen your sit bones towards your heels. Your inhale, arch. Your exhale, round. And just stay with your breath. If it's 2 seconds to inhale, it's going to take 2 seconds to work through that full arch. 2 seconds to exhale, it's going to be 2 seconds to work through that full round. Here on the inhale, you can feel that good integration of the head of the arm bone into that shoulder socket. Couple more. Staying with your breath. Now this is my last one, and then we'll meet back in that low mountain. Pull that belly in, pull those shutters closed. The upper back should feel broad here, like that's too much, right? There's not enough integration, but that's not enough. So you got to find right where that solid spot is, where you're pushing down, and you feel the chest starting to open and the upper back get broad, and those side bodies starting to lengthen. Take another breath here. Take the knees back a couple inches. Then take the right leg back. Ball of the foot on the floor. And as you reach back out of your heel, reach forward out of the crown of your head. Keep the chin from falling to the floor, so keep sliding the back of your neck towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower the leg, swap side 2. Nice little stretch here. You feel this the whole way up, right? We're coming up the leg. You feel it come up the outside of the leg. You feel it come up that left side body. One more breath. Exhale, lower it down. Walk the knees back in. Take the right hand behind your head. Inhale is going to take the elbow to the sky. Exhale, take it across to the eye of that left elbow. Let's do 5. Inhale takes the elbow to the sky. Exhale takes it across. Now remember, as the right elbow goes to the sky, drive that right knee down into the yoga mat so that the hip doesn't peel away. And we keep that twist in the upper back where it belongs. Now this was my 5th one. When you're done with your 5, lower your right hand down, take a breath. Bring the left hand behind your head. Inhale, take the elbow to the sky. Exhale, take it across the body. Stay with your breath. Work that upper back. Nice pace, y'all. This is my last one. Whenever you're done, lower that left hand down. We'll meet back in the all fours, the low mountain. When you're ready, step back to plank. Take a couple breaths here. Shoulders on top of the wrist crease, reaching out of your heels. When you're ready, lift those hips, push back to downward dog. And just like we did before, keep those arms lifting up. So forearms lift up, inner biceps. Bring a little more intention to lifting the inner side of the arm. That'll keep the shoulders moving out away from the neck. If the inner biceps drop, right, then your shoulders are going to try to like crunch your neck. We don't want that. We want to stay broad and open in the upper back and the chest. Now, keep your hands down. Just swivel to the outside of the right foot and the inside of the left, and there's that left side body. Inhale, come back to center. Pause. When you're ready, swivel outside of left, inside of right. Feel that right side body. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Let's do 5. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back. You'll know we work a lot of dynamic movements together here, right? It's starting to put some of these things together, linking some of them, but also challenging the body in a different way as we take the muscles through their full range of motion, shortening and lengthening. Now, this is coming up on my 5th one. As you come to your 5th, as you come forward, let the exhale lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. So you could stay low here. You could come up a little bit higher, whatever flavor is going to be. But work those shoulders back and down. After the 3 breaths, lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. The best thing you could do for your shoulders as we're coming into these planks and these chaturangas is you got to spin the hands out. So it's like you're twisting the lid off the ball jars in opposite directions though, okay? So you want to be going out. If you're not sure what I mean, if you look forward, we want our hands to be going like the action of this as we go down. And that's going to keep the shoulder integrated. Let's give it a try. Inhale, come forward to plank. So see right here, I'm doing this like I'm spinning my hands out. Come forward, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. And you'll feel this great connection on the bottom tips of those shoulder blades. Then after your 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Look forward, bend your knees. Step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Exhale the arms by the side. Inhale, take them up. Exhale by your side. Inhale, take them up. Let that right hand grab the left wrist, take that side bend to the right. There's that side body again. So split the energy, right? Root from the hip down into the heel, but then peel up off that hip bone. Here's what we talked about, right? It feels good to just get this all to lift here. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands by the side. Inhale, take them up. Swap. Keep the shutters closed. Keep the head and the throat back. Feel that nice peel off that hip bone on the right side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands. Inhale, take them up. Pull the belly in. Pull the sit bones down. Maybe curl back. Feel that nice peel come up the belly, up your chest and your neck and your face and your arms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands. Right leg back, lunge. Keep that front knee nice and stacked up on top of the ankle. Get it tracking that second toe. Keep pushing that heel down and ripping it back to you. You're trying to pull back strong. Back toes, I'm pulling forward, right? So I'm sweeping the heel out and I'm dragging that foot forward. Or back ball of the foot, really. Square that right hip forward a little bit. Pull that pelvic floor up. Pull the belly in and the shutters closed. Let the heart reach out front so the throat slides back and the gaze comes out in front of you and reach up out of the crown of your head. And then inhale, come up, warrior one. Virabhadrasana, one crescent. So we keep that back heel up. Keep that right hip coming forward. It'll keep the low back nice and clear. Pull the shutters closed, get that lift through the spine, and maybe curl back into the pose. One more breath. Exhale the hands down, step forward. Swing the arms up, take a nice big reach. Belly in, sit bones down. Maybe curl back. If it feels good to stay up straight here, stay up straight. Feels good to curl back a little bit, maybe curl back. The inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step that left leg back. Or your side two. Make sure when you land, your hips width apart. Sometimes we step a little narrow here. This isn't one of those balance beam poses. Right here, we want to stay hips width apart. So if you need to adjust, just move that back foot that little bit. Spread the toes open here. Get those roots to spread out a little bit here. Now we're going to get a good foundation, and then we could build off of it. We can start pushing down and hugging in. We're feeling all that integration, and then we can express it out. So you could reach back out of your heel, and as you pull the heel back, you're going to reach forward out of the knee. And you're going to reach forward out of the crown of the head. And you're going to breathe and expand side to side. Let the inhale come up, Virabhadrasana, one crescent. Right, fingers are spread here. Feel this good lift. You're feeling the shutters closed, so you're getting that spine to come up, and then you can curl back into it. We're going up and back, right? Instead of like back and down, we're going up every time, and then we curl back just that little bit. And then we take another breath, and we peel back up. We curl back just a little bit. One more breath. And then exhale the hands down, step forward. Swing the arms up, big reach. Maybe curl back. Let the inhale come up. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Take a nice breath here. Fill up the ribs. Take those shoulders back. Maybe those hands away from your back that little bit. Come up the arms. Don't let this happen. Keep sliding your throat back. Yep. Nice peel right off that breastplate, like your sternum in the middle of your chest. Exhale, release. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take that big reach. Maybe curl back into it. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Take that right hand to the outside of that left calf or shin. Do the twist here and forward fold if you want. So you could be here. You could be here at your block. You could be here at your hip. You could be here with your arms, wherever you want to play. Inhale, come back to center. Swap the hands. Feel that twist happening in that middle upper back, nice and high there. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Don't let your arms pull out of the sockets to get your hands to the floor. Let your hands get to the floor from the length of the back of your legs and through your spine here. It's easy to just disintegrate the head of the arm bone and try to reach for the floor. Then you're stressing your rotator cuff out to stretch your hamstrings. It's not a good trade-off. So keep those arms short like if you had T-Rex or robot arms. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up. Bring your arms in front. Plug them. Now, that's too far, right? Just like that's not enough. Just plug. That's how long your arms are. So when you reach in life, that's where you can reach to. When you do this, when you go into the cabinet, that's disintegrating the arm bone, right? You make it happen, but that's the rotator cuff being stressed. This is the space you want to keep. Now hold that as you fold. It's a little robotic, but you'll see the difference. See how easy it is to let the arms go to get to the floor? Now try to get your fingertips to go to the block or to go to the floor without letting the arms come out of the socket. Little different pose, right? For sure. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. Work the lids off the ball jars. Keep those shoulders safe. Right? With me, I'll do a lot of chaturangas. So we want to make sure that as we're doing these, they're productive, right? They're not unwinding everything. I tell you all the time, being an adult athlete is tough. You exercise, you do yoga, right? That's adult athletics. You got to be sharp in your movements now because things happen quick. That's why you want to feel everything that you're doing. The more you know your body, right, the better, the easier it's going to be for you to control. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Spin that back heel. Climb the elbow to the knee, extend it side angle. So here's a balance beam pose, right? We want to be on a balance beam. Heels in line with the back arch. Front heel, back arch. So here's one of those reasons I always say this to y'all, right? Pause maybe. Plug the head of the arm bone in if you need to. Then sweep it up, because if it's disengaged and you sweep it up, you're stressing that rotator cuff. So as soon as you integrate, now the arm sweeps the way it should go up. If you want to bring that hand down to the block or the floor, go for it. Now, peel that right side body open, because there's no lengthening the right sit bone to the right heel until we open up that right side body, that right hip. Then when you feel you can engage that left side body and peel that right, now pull the belly in and the shutters closed and start to rotate the upper trunk. So top of the ribs back and the bottom of the ribs forward. Inhale, come up to warrior 2. Take the palm up. Slide back to that reverse warrior. There's that side body again. Keep the power in the legs. Inhale, come back up, warrior 2. Spin the hands down to the floor. Spin the back heel up, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Stay with your breath. Spin those lids off the ball jars. Well, I guess one will be on and one will be off ultimately, if we're getting technical. The right one would, I guess, be tightening the jar, and the left one would be loosening. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin that back heel. Stepping the leg through is another one where we could disengage, right, to try to get some more space for the leg to go under. Climb the elbow to the knee. There's all these little times that you want to notice how easy it is to disengage that arm bone. When you're ready, sweep that bicep up along the cheek. Like if I look up right here, I'm looking right into my bicep, right into my arm. If you want to extend, take the arm down to the inside or outside the foot, to the block or the floor. Now we're working the legs. We're opening up the left side body this time. So squeeze the right. Work that left sit bone to left heel. Feel the inside of the thigh opening up. Stay with the belly in the shutters, maybe rotating open into the pose. One more breath. Push into your front heel. Inhale, come up to that warrior two. The palm comes up. Slide back into that reverse warrior. Breathe into that left side body. Yep, breathe between those ribs. And then inhale, come back up to that warrior two. Spin the hands down to the floor. Spin that back heel up. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Exhale, lower your knees. Grab yourself a drink, take a little break. We're going to meet in hero's pose, so take your time getting there. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in hero's pose. So the space between our knees will be different for all of us. But for everyone, the outsides of our shins will go parallel with the mat. So is this parallel? Mm-mm. Is this? Mm-mm. We just want to set this up here with the sides of the mat. Now unsickle your feet, so turn them out a little bit. For most of us, our butt will start to go between our heels a little bit easier. Then take your right hand behind you and your left hand to the outside of your thigh. Sit up tall. Take the twist to the right towards the brick wall. Stay tall here so the inhale gets nice and tall, right? And then we can twist into the pose a little bit deeper. If you want to peek over that right shoulder, work the neck a little bit, you can. If you want to stay neutral with your neck, just keep it in line with your chest. And then inhale, come back to center. Pause. Swap side two. Inhale goes up, so we're nice and tall. Exhale, twists. Maybe peeking over that left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Pause. Next inhale, come up. All fours. And reach the right leg back. Pull the belly in and pull those shutters closed. Lower it down. Take that left leg, or whatever your side two is. Reach out of the heel, reach forward out of the crown of the head. And then lower it down. Set yourself up, all fours. Step back to plank. Shoulders are up on top of the wrist crease. Now feel the integration of the head of the arm bone. Now hold it there. Don't let the upper back collapse. Don't over push and let it round. Sweep the heels out. and hug those shins in. And pull your knees to your waist and pull your heels to your butt. We got a lot of power now coming up the legs into the hips. As the belly draws to the spine, let the sit bones gently reach towards your heels. So like, that's too much. That's not enough. Keep breathing here. Keep hugging the forearms into the midline. Keep hugging the shins into the midline. And keep breathing. Notice how your arms are starting to shake. That's good. Now push back to downward dog. Keep pushing the hands down and forward. Keep the arms lifting up. And as the hands push down and forward, the opposite action is going to happen with the chest now. Take the chest back towards your toenails. Keep the chin from falling to the floor. So keep sliding the back of your throat towards the front of the room. Pull the belly in. Pull the shutters closed. Bring the chest towards the toenails a little more. Feel that nice opener happening. Arms and the chest. Feel those side bodies nice and long here. Keep getting the weight into the legs. You do that by pushing the hands down and forward. The chest working back towards the toenails. Keep breathing. We're almost there. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Pigeon. Nice, y'all. That's 60 on the plank and 60 on the downward dog hold. Awesome. So take your right knee nice and wide to the right edge of your mat. Left knee will be in line with your hip. Activate from your foot. So you want to push out of that big toe mound. Hug the knees in. Pull your pelvic floor up. Pull your belly in. And then if you want, go for the fold. Keep your belly working in and your shutters closed. And then as you hinge a little bit further, let it happen at the waist, not at your belly. Sorry, y'all, this is a little bit of a limit how long I can keep my knee in this position. So if you see me come out of this, just hold your pose. I just got to release it every couple. See, I don't want to go this way. That's my belly crunching. I want to hinge at my hip crease. Remember, we said our belly should stay straight and our chest should stay convex. What happens when it caves? Concave, right? We don't want that. And then inhale, come up, place the hands, lift the hips, unwind that right leg, reach it back to where the ceiling and the wall meet, and then lower it down. Take a breath, reach that left leg straight back, step it through. Pigeon side two. So this time that left knee is nice and wide and the right knee's in line with the hip. And then work from the feet right up the legs into the hips. From the hips up through the upper trunk. If you want to go for the fold, go for the fold. That's why I show y'all this one here instead of this. Because a lot of times this wants to happen, and then the belly wants to crunch. If you take your hands out to the side like this, you're going to be able to hold and work the upper back and the spine more, which means the belly is going to stay a little straighter. Now, if you can hold this, awesome. If this helps you, same awesome, right? It's just where you need to play. For me, this just sets my mind in a whole different way where right away I say, okay, I got to keep sliding my throat back. I can't let my chin fall. Okay, I got to feel that there's this lift happening through my spine, right? I'm activated in my upper back. I feel that my belly's opened up and my side body's on. This is the shit that goes through my brain, right, when I'm practicing. And this is what's going to have me hold the space, right? I'm always thinking because you're trying to find the alignment, right? Because what wants to happen? This. like to everybody, and just collapse into the pose. We want to be way out here. One more breath. And then inhale, come up, place the hands, take a breath. When you're ready, lift the hips, unwind that left leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Lower it down. Roll to the outside of the right foot. Stack the left foot on top or in front. Now today, lift that hip up a little bit here. Come to like side crescent in your side plank. Take the arm from being up to the sky overhead here. And there's that nice peel running up that side body on the left side. Inhale, come back to center, place the hand down, push back downward dog. Take a breath. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Right foot stacks them in front or on top. Coming to our side plank. Now we lift the hip up a little bit more. We feel that energy coming up the side body. Then we take the arm maybe overhead, reaching towards the front of the room, and really get that peel now. One more breath. Inhale, come back to plank. Push back downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Work those ball jar lids. Keep those shoulders safe. Take the feet wide, walk the hands back, come to squat pose. Let your knees track your toes. It will be the safest for your knee. Yep, root your heels down. So if you need to roll your blanket up or your mat, set yourself up. Sit up nice and tall. Yep. Now hug in a little bit, then push away to get that stretch off the groins and the adductors. And breathe. If you want to stay here, work in the stretch, stay here. If you want to work the arm balance, you're going to lift up. You're going to place your hands. Your knees are, right now, your knees are going to be on the outside of your arms like this, okay? You could lift your butt up and stack them on the back of your arms a little more, or you could work from the outside. This is going to require a little more muscle energy. And you're going to walk your feet together so that your big toe mounds are going to touch, and you're going to look forward. And as you keep looking forward, the weight's going to keep coming forward, and the feet are going to get light. And eventually, the feet are going to start to float off the floor. When that happens, you're going to push them together, and then you're going to pull your heels to your butt. And then you're going to push your hands down like you're trying to straighten your arms. Nice, y'all. And keep breathing, right? That's going to be the key. Nice, y'all. Let's see. Let's meet all fours. Yeah, we got some time. Cross your right leg over your left. Take your feet apart. Sit back between your heels. Grab that left sit bone, pull it back and out. Nice and tall here. Try to root down into those sit bones and like the outsides of your feet. And then try to sit up tall from here. Yep. If you want to go with the arms, left arm, plugs, reach behind you. Right hand out to the side, fingernails forward. Bend the elbow, wiggle the hand up, or drop the strap from your left hand to your right. Remember, the right side isn't going to give you any more. You're there. The way to get your hands to collapse is to go this way. Back with the left. Sit up tall. Feel if your belly is straight or if it's trying to do this. And crunch. Sit up tall. Activate the upper back. One more breath. Now control it as you release your hands. Control it as you unwind the legs. Spin around into that all fours. And we'll swap side too. Bottom side first as you pull it back and out. And then same thing with the top. And then try to root down below the waist and try to sit up tall above. That's the biggest thing. If you can learn how to split the energy, right, that's huge in your practice. I talk about that all the time with y'all, right? You got to split. Usually it's right here at the waist. That's what we got to think about. Then if you want to stay here, stay here. If you're going to go into Gomukhasana, right arm, plug first, reach behind. Left out to the side, fingernails forward. Start wiggling up. Or you're going to drop from your right into your left.
Really get in the bicep of my right arm too.
Probably because it's flexed. Yeah. If your elbow is flexed here, your bicep is short. So you might feel that in your bicep. Try to sit up nice and tall here. Feel the belly start to open up. Yep. Take a couple breaths here. Now control it as you release. Then unwind. All fours. And then just reach the right leg back again, opening up the knee and the hip. And then swap. Could also be the way your bicep attaches to your scap. Yeah. And then lower down. All right. Grab your mats. Find a spot on the wall. Let's go upside down. If you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, lay on your back. Bend your knees. And then as you take your heel to the sky, straighten your leg, interlace the hands behind the thigh. And then you can take a bunch of breaths here, and you'll swap into side two. If you're at home or in the studio, and it's not your day to invert, you're always welcome to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you, okay? So play with what feels appropriate for the moment. I'll talk everyone through downward dog and L pose, but if you want to play with any of your other inversions, you're always welcome to, okay? Handstand, headstand, tripods. We did some shoulders, pincha, okay, if you want to play with that. So if you're going to stick with me, let's go all fours, hands and knees. Feet are touching the wall. If you're going to go on your own, whenever you're ready. Okay? So from all fours, take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, come to a short downward dog. Step one foot up the wall, and then the second. And then knees bent will be downward dog inverted, and legs straight will be L pose. You could play between the two if you want. Nice, y'all. See you later. Nice, y'all. Stay with your breath, right? Hold your foundation, engage, and express the best that you have. Kick that left leg to the sky. I love the face, though. That was good. Like, part of yoga's job is to sometimes piss you off. It's balanced, right? It runs all the emotions. Sometimes its job is to be like, you know what? See what this is? That's it. Because it just makes you want more. To me, that makes me want more, right? When yoga does that to me, it's like, okay, here's the challenge. Perfect. I'm up for the challenge, right? That's what I like. All right, let's get ready to meet on our backs. Okay, we'll get ready to meet on our backs. Take your time, though. If you're doing a pose, do your thing. We'll start on our backs with our knees bent and our feet are on the floor. And head and shoulders are back. We're going to feel our heels with our fingertips. That's a good measurement to get the knees to stack up on top of the ankles. Now notice how your belly button wants to fly to the sky right now. We want to bring our belly button in the opposite direction, so towards your spine or towards the mat. And all of a sudden as you do that, you're going to feel your sacrum root into the yoga mat. Now take your hand, and if you try to push it underneath your sacrum, there's no space. It cannot fit. Now move up just a couple inches, and you should just be able to squeeze your fingertips, like just your tips, underneath your lumbar spine. So you can feel there's a difference between those two areas. Now keep that. Fire up the legs. The belly's in and the shutters are closed. The head and the shoulders are back. You can even robot the arms for a little more support. And when you're ready, slowly lift the hips. Remember, as always, if you want to take the block underneath the sacrum for supported bridge, as you lift up, you're going to take the block underneath the sacrum like this, and it'll give you nice support to take those shoulders under a little bit deeper. Whatever feels good to you. But even with supported bridge, keep some power in the legs here. Don't just rely on the block, right? Let the block work with you. Maybe interlace the hands behind the back. Go even a little deeper in that peel off the chest. And as the knees reach forward, let the upper palate of the mouth reach back so the throat opens up. Take a few breaths here. And then release the hands. Slowly lower down. See if you get that sacrum laying flat again. It's going to be belly button to spine, sit bones towards the backs of the knees a little. And then take the feet wide, let the knees touch, hands to cactus or field goal. We'll do another little shoulder chest opener here. Belly to spine, sit bones towards the backs of the knees a little bit, and you'll feel that you'll re-neutralize. That belly wants to let go any chance it gets. All of our bellies, right? You got to bring some intention to that. All right, let's do number 2. I'll talk you into bridge first and then wheel. With the knees bent, feel your heels. Just make sure your feet are hips width apart. We don't want to be any narrower because we're going to lose the power. We can be just a little bit wider for a little bit more foundation. We want to be too wide, but we can be just a little bit. So find where your sweet spot's going to be and then start to charge up the legs and pull it through the upper trunk Feel the shoulders settle back, feel the head rest back, and when you're ready, slowly lift the hips. Now, if you're gonna interlace your hands behind your back, swap. So if the left pinky was under right, if you're gonna go into wheel, place your hands wide to the edges of your mat, turn your hands out. Feel the edges of your mat so that you have enough width. Plug the shoulders back so we integrate first, then push down to come up. Everybody can gently push their feet down and forward, and you're going to feel the back bend work under the shoulder blades even a little bit deeper here. One more breath, belly to spine, sit bones to the backs of the knees. If you're going to release your hands and lower down, if you're coming from bridge, control it the whole way. When you land, take the feet wide, knees touch, hands to cactus or field goal. If the back of your hands aren't touching, just put the block under them. Bring the floor up a little higher. And then open the knees, nice little windshield wiper side to side. You balance both sides out, come to neutral. Hug your right knee to your chest. Take your left hand to the outside of the foot. Reach the heel to the sky. And then just keeping the right hip down, take the right leg towards the left and just cross the midline. And there's that TFL and IT band, the outside of the leg. Keep pushing your foot into your hand like you're pushing on a gas pedal. And then bend the knee, come back to center, and release. Hug the left knee to your chest. Right hand with the thumb down to the pinky toe side of the foot. Kick the leg up to the sky. Keep the left hip down. Cross the leg over towards the right. And we're right here. Here's your TFLs here off your hip on the outside. Your IT band would be like the seam of your pants. If you're not tight here, you tend to feel it more from the knee bone to this ankle bone, like here on the outside of the leg. That's where I get more of the feeling. Bend, inhale, come back to center, release the foot, take the legs out straight, reach those arms up overhead. Take a nice stretch here. Spread the fingers and spread the toes. Feel all that space we made. When you're ready, hug to your chest. Take those knees wide, come to happy baby. Spread the toes here, activate the feet, pull the energy up the legs. Keep that belly in and those shutters closed. With those knees nice and wide, so wider than your shoulders, or as wide as your shoulders, somewhere in that region. Draw the knees towards your ears. But be careful not to overdraw, right? Because then this will happen, and then butts to the sky. I want to go this way. And you can rock side to side. You can reach one leg out or both legs out, whatever feels good. And when you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat, but you're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. Everybody, to find yourself a little more comfort, lift your butt up and take your hands and push the fleshiness towards your heels. And then place your butt back down. And there'll be this nice settling over the low back and the pelvis. The legs stretch out and the feet roll open. Bring the arms along the sides. Now turn the palms to the sky. It's going to take the shoulders back. You're going to feel them settle. Let the head rest back. Let your eyes close and the tongue soften from the roof of the mouth. And now we let our body get heavy. And we let our mind turn back to the breath. And we let our heart open. It's going to be from here that we'll get ready to move the yoga from the mat to the yoga of life, the practice of life. Where the game is played a little bit different, but very much the same. We'll work for ourselves, we'll work for each other. We'll make things better. Improve whatever we can. Because yoga teaches us to work as our best self. To recognize the moments and what we need to bring into them. And no matter what the moment, it's all going to start with a breath and a foundation and an engagement. And we're going to express the best that we can. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath, feeling the breath washing over the body. Your toes to your fingers, to the crown of your head, through your heart, every part of you. Reawakening that better version of yourself. As the fingers and the toes wiggle, maybe the arms and the legs begin to stretch or move in a way that feels good to you. Taking your time and moving slowly and aware of every action. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. Maybe take a breath or two here. And then push your hands down as you come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of our hearts. And one more time to seal in our practice, our time together, the sound of Om, all together. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our hearts, our heads to each other's hearts. For all that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Good to see everyone. Home crew. You know, if you need me, get me before you go. Something feels weird, definitely. Maybe I'll see some of y'all tomorrow or Saturday. If not, I'll see you soon. Thanks, crew.
Thank you. Welcome. Sorry about tomorrow. I have this conference, and I'm thinking I could make it, but I don't want to tell you at the last minute.
That's cool.
Late. I mean, I could easily run over here from Jefferson and get here in time, but I'm not sure.
That's cool. We'll get back to it next week.